Most cruisers think they have to choose between the Guinness Storehouse and the Jameson Distillery. We're here to show you how to do both. We'll give you our step-by-step do-it-yourself guide to get into Dublin, enjoy a scenic walking tour, and take in a perfect independent tour of the ultimate experience at both the Guinness Storehouse and the Jameson Distillery, while saving money and having a trip of a lifetime. Hi y'all, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Becky.
And together we're cruising a good time.
So most cruise ships, when they go to Dublin, they're actually going to tender into Dún Laoghaire. And we could not find any shore excursion either through cruise lines or independent that would pick you up at Dún Laoghaire and take you both to the Guinness Storehouse and Jameson Distillery. However, in Viator, we did find one, but you had to meet at Jameson Distillery. So we started looking at the best way to get into town. Now, different cruise lines, they're going to offer you means to get into town, and they'll drop you off at a specific time and pick you up at a specific time. And looking across different cruise ships, I saw pricing anywhere from $89 per person to $150 per person. And we thought, wow, there's a dart right there. That'd be so much easier. And then we could choose our own timeline.
We bought the Jameson and Guinness experience through Viator, and we'll have a link below on that, and we've created a whole list for you of other Dublin experiences.
We love cruising, and we have a whole playlist on the British Isles with various ports. So if you'd like to join us on this journey, hit the subscribe button.
It was so easy to get into town. Once you get off the tender right there at the tender port in Dún Laoghaire, it's very well marked. Just follow the signs to the train station. There's a vending machine right there. We bought the ticket into Tara Street Station, which is right there kind of in central Dublin. It is only like €2 or €3 a person, and a lot better than $150 a person. And the ride took about 25-30 minutes. Got off at Tara Street, walked across the bridge right there over the river. Lovely time just kind of walking around right there. Got to the Abbey Street Station just on the other side of the bridge. Another vending machine to buy it for the light rail trams. Bought those tickets, again, €1 or €2 per person for the full day, and then rode the tram all the way down to Smithfield, and that's right by the Jameson Distillery, and just kind of a fun place to kind of walk around.
It really is.
We planned on more time to get there, and we got there a lot quicker than what we thought we would. And this is just kind of a fun place to walk around with some sculptures right there, and just had a good time.
Yeah, I loved walking through the square. It was really quite picturesque. And I loved the church that we went into.
That was a very nice church. St. Michan's church right there, right by the distillery, and it's a very beautiful church to go in and check it out.
St. Michan's church is beautiful inside. It is very well known for its vaults. When you look at the map, it may look like you're close to Dublin Castle and to St. Patrick's Cathedral, but those are a 30-minute walk each way. But you are very close to the Epic Museum. The Epic is the Irish Emigration Museum, and we will talk more about that at the very end of the video.
Yeah, and then about that time I was ready to meet up for the tour, so we went right around the corner from St. Michan's to the Jameson Distillery, walked right in the courtyard right there, and met up with our tour guide, Jimmy, right there waiting for us in the courtyard, and it's easy peasy to get there.
So we walked into the bottom floor at Jameson's. It's really an attractive room. I thought it looked really cool. And of course, they have a bar and the obligatory gift shop down there.
We met up with the Jameson Distillery tour guide, and that's where our tour started.
And what I loved is it started off with a free drink. So we had a chance to look around this lovely room and enjoy the first beverage of the day.
And then after that, the Jameson tour guide took us around, and that is really a comprehensive experience right there with the Jameson Distillery. A lot of information into how the history of Jameson, how the grain is grown, and then the whiskey's made and distilled and then stored. And it's really a multimedia experience. I really enjoyed that whole experience right there. And then finally get down to the tasting.
Yeah, I thought the tasting room was pretty cool. We had nice seats. And they talked too about the proper way to taste whiskeys. They served us up 3 different Jamesons.
Yeah, we got a regular Jamesons, we got a Jameson Black Label, and then we got the Jameson Distiller Reserve, which you can only buy right there at the distillery. After that, we gave us a little time in the gift shop on the way out, of course, so you can get your souvenirs or a couple more beverages. And then Jimmy started us on our walk over to the Guinness Storehouse, which is only about a mile away across the river, and it's not a very difficult walk at all. It's very flat.
And Jimmy is one of the most amazing tour guides that we'd ever had. He knows so much history. He loves Ireland. He loves to talk. He is such a nice person, so affable. So he made the walk very, very enjoyable. And the walk, there's really a lot of fun things to see. First, we went by the Brazen Head Pub. And that is the oldest pub in all of Ireland. It's got its license to serve ale in 1661.
And after that, we went to the Audoen Park. We walked through this gate. That's one of the original gates of Dublin from way back in the Middle Ages. So it's really kind of neat, some history right there. And they have a little church, lovely little park.
And we stopped by another beautiful church. And this one is St. Augustine and St. John's the Baptist Catholic Church. It is gorgeous inside. Those windows are magnificent. So windows were made by Harry Clark Studios. And these windows are prized for their artistic value and their role in early 20th century Irish craftsmanship.
After we left the church, we continued our way to the Guinness Storehouse. Again, it's a real easy walk. We got to the storehouse, got our picture taken in the very famous gate right there. It says Guinness in front of it. Which I think it's probably one of the biggest selfie places there is in Dublin. And then went on into the Guinness experience. And so the Guinness Storehouse is huge. I mean, I really underestimated that when we booked the whole event. It's 7 stories tall, and it takes you through just a deep immersion. Of course, on the bottom's tickets and gift shop, but then as you go on up in different levels, there's a level about talking about the water, there's a level talking about barley, there's a level talking about roasting the barley and how to ferment it, and then finally get to the tasting level. And that's a lot of fun because there's these solid white rooms, so you get a little more immersion with just the taste of the Guinness, and they teach you how to taste it right there. Some stuff on the advertising. It was just a lot of fun to go through that whole experience.
Yeah, I can really understand why this is the #1 tourist attraction in Ireland. This Guinness Storehouse is amazing.
And then finally, you get to the very top, and you enjoy the pint of Guinness at the Rooftop bar. And that Rooftop bar has some spectacular views of Dublin. You can see all the way around the city. And what I like about it is on the glass, they've etched in what you're looking at. So you can see a spire, and you see St. Patrick's Cathedral over there. And so you know what you're looking at.
So we had a fabulous time up there. Once again, really enjoyed chatting more with Jimmy. Yeah. It was just the perfect end to this fabulous tour.
And then when you're ready to get back to the ship, it's, again, easy peasy. You catch the tram right by the Guinness Storehouse area. You walk a couple blocks to it, and then that tram takes you back over to the Abbey station, and you walk across the bridge. You go to the Tara train station, and that takes you right back to Dún Laoghaire. It's very easy to get there, and no problem at all.
And be sure to plan for a very, very minimum of 45 minutes for this trip. And of course, knowing me, I'd probably double it. We only have a couple more videos to prepare for part of our British Isles playlist. And then we're going to be talking about the Carnival Jubilee, and then our cruise to Antarctica and Patagonia. As promised at the beginning of this video, we're going to talk about EPIC, the Irish Emigration Museum. At the Irish Emigration Museum, they offer a lot of tours and different research experiences. So these tours can take you through 1,500 years of Irish history, discuss why people immigrated, where they immigrated to, but then they also offer these experiences. You can learn all about your genealogy. So you could go sign up for that. And after you do that one, it's possible to even do an experience where you learn if you have the ability to become an Irish citizen. But the very minimum time for here is like 90 minutes on a self-guided tour. And of course, they have tours with tour guides. And you must buy your tickets in advance. These will sell out. Potentially have the ability that you could throw this in with the experience of a very long day and you're good for a lot of walking. That you could do this as well as the Jameson and Guinness experience. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a hype.
And please subscribe right now because you don't want to miss out on any of this critical cruise information that we issue each week. We have a whole playlist just on the British Isles, and we have playlists from around the world with a lot of critical information that you need to plan your cruises.
Until next time, have a cruising good time.